Yeah, I don't know about that. I think there's something suspicious going on there that she's got that note and you know, brought it to my uncle's attention. Something seems a little fishy.
Oh,
Also, guys, it
Uncle
doesn't
Brock.
need to be said, but when this nameless evil bursts out of the woods and everyone is fleeing town, you know who comes out on top, right? The people that
That's
built
right.
the toll road.
Oh. Enough with the road. Come
Bum
on,
bum
man.
bum bum.
Dang it, Ray.
Jeez, Ray.
That's it.
Get your mind out of the toll.
All right, Ray. We'll talk to the mining guild. Maybe between them and us, we can sort something out. But let's shelve that for now, and we'll figure that out.
Put a pin in it.
So what do you think, guys? Should we stay and talk to Clara, or should we go off and scout the druids in the forest?
Well, we should talk to Clara while we're here.
If nothing else, to find out where the druids are, sure.
Well, his uncle told us they're at a druid grove to the west, I believe, is what he said. So we have a general idea.
Aye, it is to the west.
Roads, as you've clearly mentioned, so west is pretty much the best we're gonna get.
Excellent. Let's do that then.
We'll go over there.
All right, Uncle Brock. It's absolutely fantastic. I think we'll be going out to see what these druids are about. But first, we'd love to say hello to the lady of the house. Is Auntie around?
My wife Clara, aye, she's probably in the back. Are you going to be going in the morning? It is getting pretty late now. Unless you plan on traveling after dark. You're just eating dinner and you're going to travel on a full stomach?
Ah, yes, that's a great point. We should probably set up some tents and get some rest before we head out, huh? Yes.
You should probably use the bathroom.
Whoa.
We'd love to thank Clara for the lovely meal, and then we can set up our camp outside.
You're more than welcome to
Delicious.
go to the back and help yourself. My home is your home now, so
Let's go. So we.
Thank you for the feast.
Can I keep Jack holding up the spittoon?
Thank you for the feast.
Where's Clara?
Cool, keeping the spittoon.
Oh, Aunt Clara.
And beard.
yes.
Aunt Clara.
Oh, hello.
You look a lot like your husband.
So I've been told.
It's charisma at work, people.
We were very grateful for the meal. It was very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
After being on the road for so many days, it's
My
nice to
favorite
have a real
recipes.
homemade meal.
My favorite recipes. I'm so glad that you all enjoyed it. You know, she grabs your cheek and squeezes it. Says, I really never thought that yeah.
His cheek?
Oh, are you okay over there? You're standing in the fire.
Yeah.
I've been very cold.
Ignore Ray. He's strange.
He's a human.
Yes.
What can I do for you? It's a little intimidating seeing all five of you standing in front of me, staring at me. A little intimidating.
Well, hey, Claire, we were just kind of wondering. We've been talking to Uncle Brock about the druids and the note that you found.
Oh yes.
And we were wondering if you could shed some light on the situation, the note, and all of that. Maybe kind of go through the story of finding it.
Well, it was several mornings ago, and I was out adding some water to the trough and giving some feed to the horses, and as I was coming back in, I saw this note that was attached to the door. I thought that it was probably from one of the miners, or maybe one of the lumberjacks, but no, it was someone that I had never seen leave any kind of and any notes here. We get quite a bit of that all the time here. You know, from all kinds of bills being paid and IOUs, but never from this druid called Seneca. And she was explaining in the note that there was going to be all kinds of hell to pay, and you know, they were going to these creatures from some forest or some monster was going to reap havoc and kill everyone here in the town. It sounded awful, so that's when I gave this to my husband. It's definitely not for me. I will pass that to him.
Did you by any chance mention the note to anyone else?
Oh, absolutely not. I know what's good for me. I didn't say anything to anyone.
Sense motive? Anyone?
Sure, you can give me an insight check.
Say?
Yeah, sure. Let's go over and do an insight check.
Go back to the...
Nice. 16
16
plus,
Plus
yeah, wisdom. Should be
whatever.
wisdom or int.
Wisdom. Do not have insight as a skill, so my wisdom is that's base 0, so 16.
Yeah, you can tell that, especially, you know, you can tell that she's definitely being truthful. You don't think that she's
I'm
really
fine,
even,
guys.
you don't even think that she's really even hiding anything from you.
I think honestly that based on how she explained the note just now, I don't even think the druids are threatening or anything. It sounds more like they're warning us that something is happening. I don't read that as a threat. I don't know about you guys.
So it could be just them explaining, hey, we're not in charge of doing the bad stuff, but bad stuff might happen if you keep on.
Yeah, that's the read I'm getting.
They sound
So,
totally neutral about the whole thing.
As any good druid really should be. They probably don't really care that much if we all get slaughtered. Just as long as the forest is okay.
So it's not a threat, it's a warning.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you very much, Clara.
You're so welcome, boys.
Yes. Oh, I'd love to check out the strange stones there, and what there was something going on in the center, if I recall.
Ah,
correctly.
yes.
It was,
Those stones have been here since before we ever arrived in the sanctuary. Lately, ever since a few of the masoners had finished up the first floor of the tavern here, they've kind of ventured over to the stones and started putting them back together and constructing them. They said it was sort of like a jigsaw puzzle to them. A lot of the stones were crushed, and there's this special sort of like a doorway, sort of like an archway in the middle, sitting on top of the hill, and it was destroyed, and they put that together as well. They put that back together. They said it was a huge task, and it took them several days to do so. But then after this, yes.
Well, I was
Take
just
a
going to
look,
say,
guys.
maybe on our way to go pitch some tents, we can wander over there on our way.
Why did you folks build the inn here right next to these standing stones in the first place?
That is just where the dungeon master put the tile on the table, to be honest.
It's
You don't need to roll any dice. Clearly.
It's a great tourist. It's a tourist trap. It's a tourist trap. Come on.
Yes, it is. We've got
People are
big
gonna come
plans
by,
here.
Check the
Yeah,
stones.
absolutely.
Tavern, you have the stones to look at. It's actually quite brilliant. See it right out the window once the inn is all finished.
Well, thanks, Aunt Clara. We'll be stopping by on our way out. We're gonna go explore a little tomorrow morning, so we'll stop by and grab some buttered scones if you have them available tomorrow morning.
Yes. Breakfast will be served. Don't stay out too late. Work begins early in the morning. I'm sure your uncle will be waking you up before the crack of dawn. Oh, hello, Mrs. Doubtfire. All right.
Sleep. Let's go, gentlemen. Let's move.
Hey,
The
Stevenson,
weather, by the way.
snag us some wine on our way out.
Can I get some of this food to go?
Well, you can just ask, I suppose.
some buttered muffins.
Pack
Yeah.
up some food, yeah.
Everything's
Pack up
buttered.
Some
I just
steak.
noticed
Pack
that.
up some food with my bag, yeah.
Those were
I'm a
buttered
dwarf.
game
I need my
heads.
lord. My lord.
Oh yeah, dinner was excellent. You guys have
Buttered
not had a
beer?
dinner like
Buttered
this.
wine?
Oh, not in such a long time. Great spread. So you guys, you know, you
Is that
guys.
buttered butter?
I didn't see any cows. Where are we getting this butter from?
Goats.
Ugh. All right,
So you guys
I'll
have-
ride to the tents, people.
Yeah, exactly. You guys have your own little area. You know, an area mixed in with the lumberjacks and also with the miners. And you know, you can hear, you know, they're actually having a good time. A lot of these guys and gals are drinking ale and having a good time, still eating, dancing, playing music. A little loud. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit.
Well, he's a lumberjack and he's okay.
So you guys
If
get.
you have music on one of the floating displays, we won't be able to hear it. You'd have to send it to the big screen back there.
Oh. I've had music playing the whole time. You know what? There we go.
The streamers get to enjoy that, but yes, now we
There
can.
we go, stream again.
There
Oh,
we go.
there we go.
Yeah.
What is this magical powder on the wall?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I've had it going the whole time. I apologize about that. I forgot to broadcast
no
it.
problem.
Still getting
It's
used
cloud
to it.
powered too, according to the ad.
No.
Yes.
So you guys get set up over in this area here. You know, you get all your tents set up. Everybody seems to be hospitable, and they all welcome you, and they ask you if you're going to be chopping wood or mining with them, and they're kind of disappointed to know that you're not going to be helping them. So do you guys
Hired thugs.
mingle with any of the hired thugs? Hired thugs. Are we expecting any kind of any trouble soon?
No. No trouble at all. Now that we're here, no trouble at all.
Well, that's good to hear. So how long are you all here for? Are you here for quite a while, or?
Until we're done.
Good answer. I'm going with that.
We just must seem like the shadiest people. We just rolled into town.
I think I'm gonna start
Yeah,
doing
we're
an
hired
insight
thugs.
check on. Yeah. Let's see. Where's my 27?
Yeah, one of the lumberjacks is about to go and Google us to see what's going on.
I have 3 weapons.
Totally plausible. We're
Yeah. He's got a bag of hammers sitting on his shoulder, so he's not too bright. He's your typical lumberjack. All right.
I say, my good man, we're just here to get enough information to make a badass song.
So you guys mingle with any of the lumberjacks, any of the miners? You guys mingle, or do you?
We kind of head over toward where they're they're chilling by the rocks and they're putting them together and
Yeah.
kind of want to get some. So what's the deal here? Why put the rocks back together? It seems like
Yeah.
What's the
Terrible
motive?
idea.
Yeah, there's several masoners here, and you know that they're just killing time. Basically, he says, we're just killing time. We finished the inn, laying the foundation of the inn. We've laid some foundations for several other establishments that are going up, and we had some spare time, and this place is beautiful, and we wanted to make sure that we put it back. I mean, it was destroyed when we got here. Yeah.
Why
The masoners by trade who build things with stone, in their free time, are putting together this stone back together.
Correct. Any type
These
of
are
stone.
very dedicated masoners.
So how do you know though? How do you know how it's supposed to go? I mean, how can you tell that two pieces go together?
Well, you see here, and he kind of, he pulls over, and there's about 20 different large chunks of rock, and he starts pointing them out. Well, this one, it's sort of like a puzzle, you see, and you can just start piecing them together. And we take this plaster and we put them together, and then we reform these monoliths. We stand them back up because there are these huge indentions in the ground of where they once stood. And then we took this middle archway, which, what the heck this is, and you know, he walks right through it. This was the hardest to put back together. That took us almost a full day in itself. It's just something
Is there any
that's
writing?
we're just killing time.
Exactly.
You guys want to do
Is there any writing, runes, inscriptions on the stones?
Sure, you can do an investigation check if you are, you know, kind of scouring the area a little bit. Sure, give me an investigation check.
Who's got
I should not be doing
I have
that.
a +4.
investigation? You're rolling.
Investigation, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing it. Go for it.
I got a 3 plus 1.
There you go.
Very nice. So,
18.
Is that 17?
8, yeah, that's definitely plenty.
No, 18, yeah.
Yeah, as old Kevin here, his guy was looking around for this stuff, and he was just, because it's dark outside. I guess you're just not able to see, Kevin. But you, Davison, you find ruins on a couple of these stones, and on this hallway, sort of like it would be sort of like a catacomb archway, in maybe like a catacomb where they bury the dead. It's like a stone archway. There's some runes, some runic icons on this as well.
Davison, did you find anything?
Just some ruins that I can't decipher because my wisdom is only +1. But,
Well, I happen
does
to
anyone have a
have
good intelligence? Or...
Oh, wow.
an invocation called Eyes of the Runekeeper, where I can read
Ooh.
all writing.
Oh,
What?
yeah. I remember now. You're the guy that reads the runes when we find them.
Yes. Show me to these runes, if you would.
Give me
Yeah,
a
right over
I would
here
like
and
to
here.
Out on Mount Mountain.
Use my invocation, my warlock invocation, to read the runes.
How about you can give me a d20 roll, and we'll add in your intelligence, and we'll say that you're going to do a history check, history/religion check.
Okay, you said that plus my intelligence.
Sure.
I'm not very intelligent. I only have a +1, so 11.
That's okay, because I was looking
But I do
for.
have Arcana +3.
I don't think the con's going to help you out for that, but I was just looking for a DC of 10. You guys are only level 2, so the DCs are just a little bit lower for level 2.
Oh, that's right.
So, what you're able to determine is these runes are sort of like a religious iconage, and for this instance, we'll say of Morden, the god of the dwarves. And yes, and on this passage, well, this archway, you're able to tell that several runes appear to have a beginning and an end. And you can tell that the way all of the icons are lined up, that this could possibly be some type of traveling device.
Ah. Portal
Yes.
or something, or...
Stargate.
A traveling
Friends,
device.
this appears like it could be some sort of traveling device. Perhaps if it was
Like a
it is
horse?
no, not like a horse, Ray.
A horse?
More like
roads?
a doorway, I would guess. Given that there is sort of a doorway.
And you can also sense
Here,
magic also.
Vision the gate made of stars. A star.
What was that, Dave?
Typhus, you can also detect that there is you get a sense of magic from this archway as well.
Yes.
Like the hair
Interesting.
standing on the back of your neck, like a type of static electricity.
I have +3 in religion, if that helps at all. But it sounds like told me.
Yeah.
How far away from completion does this all this look?
Well, the archway that's on the top of the hill, that is completed. That looks completed. You don't see any other. You don't see any other stones around it, like you do the other. The other monoliths that kind of make the circle around this arch. Now, as the Masoners has shown, how they actually put these stones back together. Several of them still have quite an array of stones around it, where they're still kind of working on it like a jigsaw puzzle. But the archway, it's complete, and they told you that it took pretty much nearly a full day to put it back together.
Gentlemen, if the druids are warning us and that there is something evil coming this way, I have a small guess that. Well, no, I'm saying it's the side, not. Well, we're off to the side already by this
Sure.
this archway, right?
Sure, and the Masoners, they go back to work.
Yeah, the Masoners have their own stuff to worry about. But maybe whatever bad that's coming is going to be coming through this thing.
Yeah, totally.
So maybe
Yeah,
they shouldn't build it. They shouldn't finish it.
Yeah.
I want them to quarantine this whole zone right here, and I'm gonna lay down traps like in these 4 corners, right here.
Someone make a big
Make a
deal
little
about
hiding
something
spot
falling
that I
down
can-
over the arch.
Tear down this wall.
The yellow caution tape all around this place.
Obviously, we don't want to incite panic, but we should be cautious here.
Well, and luckily, when no one was looking, I grabbed a small piece of one of the stones and put it in my pocket,
Okay. Give me a
preventing them
Adventure?
from being able to complete
Yeah,
one of the stones.
give me a sleight of hand check. That would be considered dexterity. So if you have a dex bonus, add that
Oh, I was a
on.
rogue.
Yeah.
Crap, Evan,
You're
says
already
-1 on.
you're already
Damn you,
breaking
Thomas.
Davison's heart. I thought I was the rogue. You're already breaking his heart. I'm gonna do a perception roll first.
Can I aid him?
Sure, you
I
can
tried
aid
to talk
him.
him on my moves.
Sure, you can do that.
Okay.
Ooh, 10.
And
All right. Well,
I'll
I just
leave it-
gotta roll it.
I'll let you roll it with advantage, so you can roll it twice. Roll 2 d20s, and we'll take the highest one for you. I'll give you advantage, seeing that the rogue is actually assisting you, saying, "Hey, you got to do it this way." I wonder how that would sound. What would that be like?
Well, oh, you can do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Very good. So 13. Yeah, they did not notice you putting putting those stones into your pocket. So what did that sound like with
job.
you coaching him up? What did that sound like coaching him up with
What?
stealing that rock?
I was like,
Was he
Hey
doing
man,
it wrong or
so
something?
do you
Hey,
think
you know
if
that-
we didn't want them to build this, and maybe if we take a piece, what do you think? Should we take a piece?
yeah, I think now's your chance. You could show me, that move. that I
Jenga!
taught you, that one night.
Hey, so yeah, remember that one time when I had you take Ray over to the other corner so I could talk to Lucy? Let's just do that maneuver. You go distract her.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do that.
Nice.
Ah, the old loosey-goosey. Ah.
That's what we're calling the Lucy Goosey.
yeah.
The rest of us are just kind of looking at them, going, "Are they really trying to do this? Or is this what's happening again? Are they? All right. Let's just.
Another rogue lesson. Here
I'm
we
looking
go.
the other way. Libius.
Yeah, you
Not
guys-
sure if it matters, but when I look at the rock later, it does look like it does have a rune on it. So the piece that I took does have a rune on it.
It
Not
does,
sure what
yeah.
It says, but it's
It
got
does
something.
have a piece of a symbol on there, yeah.
It says fake.
As you guys later, later
It
during the
says
night,
made in China.
when you guys
So,
get back
this
to the
was a piece
fence.
of the archway, or
This is actually one of the other monoliths that are creating the basically the boundary around the arch that's sitting on top of the hill.
I see. Okay. So so the rest of the the rest of the stone structures around here, around this archway, how far along are those put back together?
Just about all, and there's about three. There's 3 or 4 of them, probably within the next day or so. They'll be
We could ask them,
completed.
yeah, so,
Next day or two.
uh,
So that it'll be about a day
you know,
or two
guys,
before they're
you got
completed.
one of those rocks. Hide it in the spittoon.
What's with your obsession with spittoons, man?
This could be the first stone in the road that we make.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been years since I
jeez.
filled up the last one and just left it there in the woods.
Okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
No, that was Lucy.
Unbelievable. Can we pitch a tent? It's getting dark, my friends.
Yeah, you guys have already got your camp established. You've got a nice fire going. You guys get back to the campsite after you visit the this small Stonehenge type of area, and you guys pulls the
I'm
stone
ready
out.
for our lullaby.
Oh, whoa.
I think we need to talk to the druids tomorrow
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
figure out what the hell's going on with this thing, because obviously there's got to be something going on with this archway that they're trying to warn us about, and
Totes.
then we do stuff. We have some accidental violence,
Nice. Yeah, Bart
Mhm.
pulls out this stone, kind of looks at it, and puts it back in his pocket. So you guys want to fast forward to the next morning? Unless you want to, unless you
We
want
need
to,
to-
unless you do want to sing your lullaby, I'll be up to hearing that. That'd be funny.
Well, are we concerned about raids or anything? Like, now that we actually are here to like protect everyone, do we need to set up watch? or
Sure,
anything like that?
that's
Or-
totally up to you guys. Yeah, yeah. If you guys want to set up watches,
that.
that's
We'll
good.
take,
Yeah.
I'll take first watch.
All right,
Oh, that'll
Take second.
all right.
Oh,
I'll
first.
take third one.
Somebody grab a
Second is
You
open.
want to fight over this? We'll fight over this.
one of you guys
Or
grab
a
that
D20.
20-sided and throw a d20 on the ground. Ooh,
19.
very close.
Sweet.
Encounter would have happened on a 20. Very close. Very close. So
Alright.
the next morning comes. Yeah, everybody has a very nice sleep to go along with that great meal that you had the night before. Everybody's kind of feeling a little groggy from all of the ale and the wine that you've been drinking. Oh yeah. Next morning,
Could use some more
birds
buttered
are
butter,
chirping.
you know
You guys
what I mean?
can, you guys can feel the heat starting to come in through your tents from the sun coming over the mountain range.
That sunlight is intense.
It is.
There it
Everyone
is.
has to make the joke at least once.
Once a day. Once a day. Tip jokes never stop. Oh, what a beautiful place this is. Very nice. Does look a lot fairer in the morning, doesn't it?
Yeah, you notice that
You can hear the birds
yeah,
chirping.
all of the tents, all of the camp areas, all of the fires have been extinguished, and all of the tents are empty. Seems like they're, you can hear off into the distance, you can hear, axes slamming on logs, and you can also hear picks smashing the rocks. So everybody has gotten up well before dawn, and you guys are a bunch of slackers. Because here comes your uncle, and he asks you if you found anything else. If you found anything else out about this little predicament that we had discussed last night, my nephew, my dearest nephew.
Well, I think, and off to the side, guys, I think we should just keep this low key and go along with the plan of going to check out the druids. We don't want to tell them anything that we learned about the rocks and the runes and all that. Let's just proceed as our plans
I don't
were.
trust your uncle either.
Really? Damn it, Ray.
Well, I mean, technically, he does barely really know him. So, I mean, I could see
That
that.
said, and the runes were from Moradin, right? And he's not known to be an evil god. I know a little bit about this sort of thing, my religion skill here. So maybe my original hypothesis was wrong, and maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to warn your uncle just so he can keep an eye out while we're gone. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get to the druids. Hopefully we can be back in time before anything happens, but we should, maybe wouldn't hurt to give him some heads up.